How can something as beautiful be? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still...
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Looks like there are a couple of kinks in
need of someone strong enough to unite them.
this game.
Down.
Can't resolve them.
This is a story with an
And the biggest one being the frame rate. So I really do apologise, guys, for any slow performance issues, anything like that.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Settings, I've been playing around for the last 10-20 minutes trying to get this sorted, but can't seem to find anything that's improving anything to a playable level, so we are going to have to run with it as it is. So I've got everything just set to the automatic one now, and I am going to change the control scheme to Xbox controller because I've had to use that one instead, and then we're just going to play as medium. This is where you start seeing the frame rate drop, and it's basically from this point forward. So I wanted you to see the character creation process again. I did make a character and then stopped the stream, so I've since gone back and I'm making the character again. So we're going to play as a primal.
Encode your DNA.
I have looked through the different ones, and they are primal, a Dumdon, a Rex, a Hyla, a Fip, and a Murgle. But I really quite like the idea of playing as like a Rocket Raccoon kind of character, so that's why I'm going with that.
Define your genetic
This is where you can kind of lean into a certain area. I'm not. I'm just going to stay in the middle.
Choose a genetic
and the middle for that one as well.
Choose your first style.
I don't want to lean in melee direction because I don't know yet what the best thing is. I'm kind of tempted to use guns, but
pick your main color.
I don't quite know. So we're going to go black and white.
Detail color. Pick a class.
That's my football team's colours. And
Mercenary. Deadeye.
see, that looks like a mixture of both, and I quite like the idea of that.
Commando.
Commando, oh, but that's a gun. Smaller teams.
Deadeye. Command Psyfreak.
That's for being
Saboteur.
mage.
Sentinel.
So it looks like there's some pretty cool classes,
Deadeye.
but I think I'm going to go for Deadeye.
Commando.
Let's give it a try.
Deadeye chosen.
So basically, you hit OK,
Sounds good.
and the game's good to go. Like, that's it. There's no loading. It
Here's
just takes you
somebody
straight
with
in.
a troubled past,
But
drawn
as you can
into
see,
the spotlight of a
it's
story
quite
that's already
choppy.
begun.
Feels fluid,
We're
but
already
it's
at the
just quite
crossroads.
choppy.
Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop
Keeping
living.
an eye on my positioning as well. I think I'm in an okay position. Don't think there's any elements on
But
screen.
for you, it's not only a crossroad,
looks okay.
but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Light side of the force.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions.
You get it, I'm bright.
Seems more like you're being light-headed, if you ask me.
Yeah, so
But
one's
come
evil, one's
around eventually.
I might do an evil run as well, depending on how much I enjoy the game. We'll have a look. We'll see what sort of stuff
But what comes around goes
is
all
offered.
the way back around.
I'm going into this
So
really
it's
sort
better
of
to stick to your
open-minded.
instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
It looked really cool in the trailers, so
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. And that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
my computer is going crazy trying to run this. The fan is blaring. Okay, so kind of suggested to go that way if you light, and that way go dark. I want to see if you go this way.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
Ah, well, there was a bit of text to do that. Yeah, you can see it's running, I think, probably below 30 maybe. Hopefully it'll get addressed, but we'll work with it for now.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Skipped. Like, I need to turn the motion blur off. I need to improve these frames. Because it's really impacting like my smooth ability. Right, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to go low. See if this makes a single ounce of difference. A little bit. But you can still see it's still struggling. At this flight? Right, so... Phoenix flight, which is that. Okay. How do you dodge? Circle. Right, cool. Parry? That? Oh, I don't know if that works. Right, that's to reload. Good to know. It's running a bit better, but obviously don't like turning it down. You can't, like, aim down sights, I've noticed. It's just sort of like a... see if I can hurry. Just sort of like a shoot where the reticle is. Thanks for the confirmation, Dio. Fiber bite. So, B and then... oh, right. Like that. Got you. So that's how I'll use my sword. Motion blur. Ooh, what was that? Dio, if you're on a mobile device or whatever, can you do me a huge favour? Can you
end this story?
Just Google Biomutant motion blur. Just see if there's a way you can turn it off. Because I would love for there to be a way. But I can't find it. If there's a specific graphic option that contains it that I can turn off, that would be great. I can live with the low FPS, it's just the motion blur proper throws me.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
And if not, chances are someone will probably work out if there's an ini file that you can adjust.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Okie dokie. Well, these should be easy enough to take on. Gotta say, I like the art style. I do really like the art style. I'm just waiting to see if we can get a couple of fixes to improve performance and the motion. Right, are these all dead? I think they are. My computer is screaming at me, like, really badly. I'm gonna play, that's fine. I've never heard it go this bad for a game before. It's really, like, having to cool down. And this was built in Unreal Engine 4, so we obviously know Unreal Engine 4 is okay on other games, so I don't know if it's perhaps just been implemented in such a way which it's struggling with. But my computer's definitely choking a bit. Oh, actually, just realised I've got a couple of things open that I could close, which I've done. Right. Okay, I'll equip that. Oh, does that improve a little bit? It's still a bit choppy. Right, I'm just going to go back to system. I don't think there's a major difference between these, to be honest. So, apply automatic settings. Obviously goes to max, as I would expect. Sharpening, dynamic resolutions off, resolution scales 100, frame limit. Don't need it. Oh. Well, thanks for checking anyway, Dio, but hopefully that'll be something you implement quite quickly. Suit's probably been in this menu, but for now, we will just brunt with it. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Medic supply. Okay. Again, I really do dig the art style. I think it looks really clean. It's just the performance that seems to be struggling a wee bit. It's telling me to go that way, but very cool. Thanks very much, Daisy. Interact with the toilet and pick up an energy pack. Must have been some dump. Right, let's get ourselves out. Hopefully this is something they can fix through.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Go on then. Oh, so that marker doesn't quite represent anything. So we've got this big dude now. Good enough damage to it. There we are. The mic won't be picking it up, but it sounds like my computer is trying to take off at the moment. Is that a skateboard? Oh, I thought it was a skateboard. Take off. Just going to... Well, there's just a couple more things. Won't be just a second, guys. Right. Exit that. Need Steam. Exit that. Just closing everything possible, just to see if it helps at all, but... Ouch. And this is a 2070 Super I'm playing on. I wonder how the consoles are performing, actually. Interesting indicator.
All fired up.
Oh, hello. What are they? I think it's just reload.
Sharp steel.
Actually really interested to know how well it's performing on other people's machines. That's why I think it's a bit early, because obviously it just came out an hour and 20 minutes ago, but it'd be interesting to see, because I went on Steam to see if anybody was reporting performance issues, but people were just talking about the world rather than performance.
You've had better days.
There's a B option there. I wonder what that is. Sorry, I'm just getting Streamlabs back up. Collect more energy packs, whatever they do. I also tried putting a FPS counter on screen from the NVIDIA overlay, but it's not appearing, so it's not quite supported just yet. So I'm not quite sure what FPS I'm getting. It feels under 30. I think what I'll do is just drop back down. Or medium. Yeah, it's just the same performance, so it doesn't really seem to impact it. There's a couple of attacks I learned. I don't know what to do. To dodge and then do that. Ooh, that was really effective. Ouch. Heal. Right. Ooh, right. Level. We have level. Cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Do another favour. Can you just check to see if there's perhaps a specific thing that is causing the FPS to be swallowed up whole? Perhaps something that you can do to get it to at least stabilise at a certain level, maybe like VSync or whatever. Because sometimes it's something really stupidly simple that you can do to fix it. Whereas I've been unable to find it. Thank you very much.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
I think that makes me Mr. Freeman. Got knuckle dusters, I've just realised, on the bottom right. I am covering something, by the way, but it's just a compass, so it's not really critical to be on screen.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Okay.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Oh, that's what I've been doing. The double jump.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Lovely. Well, let's try and avoid that happening. A level up point. Just to remember to do that. Perfect. Right, next one. Bioblob. These are used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblobs by defeating Morks and finding containers at various places in the world. Okie dokie. Can I destroy this nest? Or is that it done? Reacted to my attack. Think. Not looks like you've just got to get out. And then reload. Right, yeah, it's going down, so that's fine. I will just continue.
A climb stringer? How unusual.
Try that again. There we go.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Theo, I think we're in trouble. Yeah, they're both set to default. Turn on dynamic resolution. Okay. Turn off frame rate limit. Off. Lower post-process quality. I'll set that to low. Lower anti-aliasing. I'll set that to low as well. And try that. What do you think? A bit smoother? A little bit, I think, maybe. We'll know when we're in combat.
Definitely not open.
Still chugging, right. You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. Daisy, can you confirm if it's acknowledged that the FPS is bad? Or is it just me that's having this problem? Because my computer's definitely capable of doing it. Right, I need to rotate, which is LB and RB. Oh, I've just used 2. Right, so this one needs to be...
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Cool. As long as I know it's not just me.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay.
Sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door.
Right, so this is saying dynamic resolution off.
The box looks like a potential brain melt.
I'll give this a go. I'm just going to change everything back to high. And then turn that off. Okay, so native vertical sync off. Okay. Sharpening mount 25. Okay. Dynamic resolution off. Yep. Resolution scale 100, yep. Frame rate limit off, yep. Preset custom, texture quality high, yep. Shadow quality low, yep. Post process quality low, yep. Effects quality medium. Foliage density medium. Anti-aliasing low. Object detail high. Right, cool. Fur detail default and draw distance default. Okay. Please say that saved, because it didn't really give me an option to save. Yes. Cool. Let's level up as well. Okay, so I'm enjoying the sword play a lot more than the gunplay, so thinking strength.
Getting jacked.
This one? Get both. The new show too. Yep, let's go for that one. Just done the mutation, I think. Yep. Oh wait, no, bio points. Bio? Ooh. That spreads. So Mothmouth sounds better. Because for that you need to be above them. So I'd rather have that. Yeah. Equip it to there. Cool. Well, we've got our first ability. See, the gameplay itself seems okay.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
The puzzles aren't exactly super difficult.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There
But
you
the
go.
gameplay itself is fine, it's just the performance is... out of date. Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. Great. So, parrying. A stunned enemy has stars. So okay, so let's
The
give it a
wheeled
go.
one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
That's fine. Appreciate the effort, Daisy. Is he with me? Oh, I thought he was against me. I'll use my ability. Try and do. Oh, that used it on him. Even though I thought he was a good guy. Oh, I'm so confused. Well, I've got a 1, 2, and then that one, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it. Cool.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Just picking up these loodies. Oh, well, he's apparently on his way. He's already pretty keen to get away. That's fine.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back.
And then I'll
but
make
he's grateful you have.
On what to do.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
I don't know if these chat options matter, by the way.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Right, is this the world? How can I see the map, please? Nope, this is just another closed off area. Okie dokie. See, like, right, if I stand still, you can see it clearly looks a really nice game, but as soon as you start moving, what on earth? Is this like an Elvis?
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here.
Yeah.
Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's love.
Okay.
He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You must...
Right.
The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Okay. I think this is like a really linear tutorial zone. I don't know how long it goes on for, but like we're definitely not in the open world yet. Ruffle the grass.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
I'm trying, but there we go.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's
Took me
impressed.
6 attempts, dude. I think.
He's grateful
don't
for all
think
the
that was the
help he
case.
can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided. They're hiding. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No.
Oh, dear me.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain.
Wish it wasn't chopped up.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
So I like the narrator. I think the narrator's good, but I don't like how it stops to let the other person talk in this weird foreign language that's obviously built for the game. And you have to listen to that foreign language, and then this guy translates for them. But unfortunately, it kind of just makes you just sit there, and the pacing is so slow through them sections because of it. I think it'd be better if it was just kind of as they were mumbling in the background, he maybe either spoke over it louder or the subtitles came up. Right.
The genetic evolution that occurred after
Totally
the
agree.
apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive.
Right, so there's the map.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route.
Dio, I think you know which one of these I'm looking for the
Finally,
most.
Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Didn't I just get a net? Please, just let me go to the world. Please, please, please.
You're getting the hang of it.
Won't be another tutorial. Oh, don't need any more.
Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Come on, take me outside and be the world. Just to put this in perspective, Dio, we're already at 45 minutes. Another hour and 15 minutes is the time it took for your
Know
friend to
that the
complete
Tree of Life is
the latest
dying.
Resident Evil.
Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault
just the
from the
tutorial.
World Eaters.
There's the splash screen, so that must be the tutorial then. Right. This is the bit I wanted to play from like the start. I just wish it kind of started here and then went, right, this is how you attack and this is how you do it, and then just you kind of got it as you went, like it is now, sprint. So it's telling us how to do things now anyway. This is where I wanted to start from. Not all of
A
whatever the
signpost maps it out for the
world that was.
cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Gotcha. So this is the world. Okay. And we've just gone from there to there, so it's not mega big, but it's got its own little zones, so we'll see what they're like. Ooh, my computer is... I'm actually a little bit scared that it's melting. Can I climb? Nope.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Okay.
The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Yep, good and bad.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
Sorry guys,
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
It's...
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction, to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
So much like... It just... Like, it's not just letting you get on with it. It's like, no, stop. You've got to do this. Like it's constant just pop-ups. I kind of just want things to just roll, and it's not really letting you. Like, again, it's stopping for another thing.
Fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Right. Okay, so I've played now for 50 minutes, and I think now is where the game's going to open up a bit, and I choose like who to help and whatever else. I don't think I can physically commit to this whilst my computer is literally sounds like it's on the verge of about to exploding, and the performance is like so like it needs hot fixes quickly. So I'm gonna give this game some time before I come back to it. I can't invest in it until the kinks have been ironed out. Need the hot fix and sorting. Need the hot fix to sort out the motion blur. We need the frame rate settled, or at least someone to create a fix to sort that out. There's things in this game that I've already enjoyed. The combat's really good. I've enjoyed them segments. The graphics look really nice, but just they're at such a low frame rate. But but the pace of the narration and all that sort of stuff might drive me crazy if it continues in the way it's doing. So for now, I'd rather save my impressions for when the game's had some more time in the oven. I was able to press through Cyberpunk totally fine, and really enjoyed that. This is a whole new level of just problems, and it sounds like everyone's having similar issues. So I'm going to make the decision to save there, and we'll pick this back up when it's had a couple more days to perhaps have some hot fixes rolled out. I'll have another look on Friday. I'm not going to be around tomorrow and Thursday anyway, so Friday will be the next opportunity for me to visit this and see if it's progressed at all in terms of hot fixes. But for now, it's just I just can't invest in it because there's too many things irritating me. Mainly the frame rate, my computer not being able to actually manage the heat levels. I've got water cooling and it's seriously struggling to play this game because I can tell because the fans are going absolutely crazy. So that just says optimization is all over the place. So for that reason, I am going to stop the stream and then we'll pick this back up, like I say, maybe on Friday if the fixes have come through. But there's just too many frustrations at the moment for me to be enjoying it. I've got no doubt if they manage to fix the frame rate and fix the motion blur, I'll be able to continue and enjoy this. But yeah, it's just too difficult at the moment. So I'll let these videos sit on the YouTube channel just so that everyone can see it and understand where my position is at the moment. I was really looking forward to this game. I still am looking forward to it when it's sorted. And I think I'll be a lot less irritated when certain kinks are ironed out. So on that note, I will close off the stream. Thank you for joining anyway. I might actually stream something else instead in its place, but I'll have a dig and see what to stream, because I know most people are obviously going to be wanting to see this, but I might stream something else just instead, because I did become prepared for a stream and feels weird closing after an hour, but hope you understand that. And yeah, and fingers crossed I'll catch up with you all soon. So thanks for your understanding, and hopefully see you very soon. Bye bye.